In an attempt to brighten up the railway line between Birmingham and Wolverhampton, 12 life-size steel silhouettes of horses are being placed at various spots along the route. They're the work of London artist Kevin Atherton and are being made by a small Birmingham firm, Corley Welding Services in Digbeth, by Mike Dennis and Paul Radcliffe. The horses are 8 feet high and weigh half a tonne each.
Well, it was commissioned by British Rail in collaboration with West Midlands Arts, and I was chosen from a limited competition to cite, my brief was to cite a sculpture or perhaps 2 or 3 sculptures alongside the line between Birmingham and Wolverhampton.
Why did you decide to sculpture the horses, in fact?
Well, because the sculpture is essentially to be viewed from a train, I quite like the idea that the horses would be flashing past the train, and a mile later you'd see the same horse and the horse has caught up with you, and it's as if there's a race going on between you and the horse. And I quite like the fact that the horse is situated in an industrial landscape, it's a contrast to the horse. It's not a kind of rural image of what you expect to go with a thoroughbred.
Why did you decide to use steel?
Steel because the horses only need to be flat because they're only viewed from one side, but also it's a local material or a material that you would associate with the Black Country.
This is the first example of track art in the West Midlands, and the project has cost £10,000 with British Rail paying half of it. Kevin did the original drawings and then made the life-size template for the welders to use. The silhouettes have been cut from 10 feet by 8 feet steel plate, with the outlines flame cut by hand and the legs and tails welded on afterwards. 6 horses will be placed along the track heading towards Wolverhampton. The other 6 will pinpoint the journey back. It's all part of British Rail's plan to brighten up the grimmest rail trip in Britain.